we they brought that in, and he just goes out taking on Zombots, which is such a great moment. It doesn't last very long because Zombots do tore it up, and he said, "Thanks for all his hard work," and saying it deserves better, and then he just flies away with determination, and yeah, that just one shot right there was good enough for me to prove that Ian Flynn does know how to write tail. Even if it's not like 100% perfect, because later on he does, there was a point where Tails does cower when yells for Sonic's help, but unlike how it was in Sonic Force as well, in front of Chaos Zero, it's actually earned during the Metal Virus, and because he gets fights to his limit, and he calls for Sonic's help once he gets infected, and yeah, that one actually feels earned. Because look, if you're gonna have Tails cowering, that's how you need to do it. You need to have him fight to his limit, and not just do it whenever nothing's happening. He it first kind of started with Sonic Unleashed, where he was cowering in front of a bunch of Dark Gaia creatures, but honestly, with that one, I can kind of forgive it, really, because at least, come on, that's stupid. I hate how that keeps happening. Still hope that gets patched out. That's the one thing I want to patch out more than anything. Right now, it's getting crushed by something as it's rising up, because that just doesn't make any sense. Well, I kind of get it, the logic behind it, but it was never like that before. But yeah, back to what I was saying before, and it almost happened again. And Tails cowering at the beginning of when we first see him on Sonic Unleashed. Honestly, again, that one I can kind of forgive, because at least I'm assuming this is the first time he sees the Dark Gaia creatures, and that's one reason. And another reason is that there's so many of them, especially for that big dude. Like, if it was just the big dude by himself, I would say, hey, come on, you can do better than that. And yeah, unfortunately, we cannot jump high enough to just attack that thing. So there's no speed running this one. But since it was like more that big Dark Gaia creature and a whole bunch of other ones, I could certainly see why he would cower where they didn't ask you for help. They were like, for me, honestly, I can always forgive it for that one part in Sonic Unleashed. So I can see why about that. But Chaos Zero, no, I cannot forgive that. But it's also a good thing that it was only just that one point in the beginning of Sonic Unleashed when we first see Tail. It doesn't do at any points after that. Plus, I don't think he runs into any of them anymore. That's just one thing I wanted to mention. But I didn't want to mention it when we got to Sonic Forces, but honestly, I have quite a bit more to say about that game than that. I'll get back to the Metal Virus in one more second. But before I get to that, you may think it's one thing here. Look at that. Egg Robo is in the machine and not Eggman. They actually fixed that. When I saw that the first time, I was like, oh wow, they actually fixed that. That's cool. They actually did. Because it wasn't like that before. And because they hit that little flame on the top, like. Okay. Yeah, because now we don't have Eggman just hiding in this boss fight anymore. It actually fixed the Egg Robo, which is pretty cool. because it just didn't seem right for Eggman just being in there. But I guess if he wanted revenge, then or payback, then yeah, then I would get that. But at least this is much better where it actually fixes it. So that's good at least that they did that. And then anyway, back to the Metal Virus Saga, where it cuts to a point where at Restoration HQ is it where Amy, Cream, Chaotix are, and a whole bunch of survivors are at, and all was going fine until some monkey guy he's almost stuck on board being infected, which I don't know how, but when Genmo was there, which he actually scans to make sure no one's infected or not, which not sure how. The only thing I can think of is that guy, monkey guy, got ahead in first before before Genmo was able to scan everyone, or something, I don't know. But the point is, he gets acted like it kind of teases at first, thinking that it's sweat because he's covered in a blanket, but then reveals it saying he just didn't want to be alone. And then when try to make the getaway, but people end up getting infected. Even Vanilla, so she's gone and then of course Army gets broken free and actually tries to fly away and gets out of there, but Vector's like, no, you don't, and then put Gold's back in killing Zombat Army and turns back to Espiel with a wink saying, you're a lead detective now, which honestly that's probably the coolest exit way for it out of all the main characters to go out. Vector had the coolest one. Yeah, even cooler than Shadow, honestly. That's my opinion. And then, cool. Yeah, so, and then it just kind of cuts back to where it lines up to where the story kind of lined up to where the previous comic took place with Tail. Also where it all lined up at that ship, and doing all that part where the next issue, I think it's 23. Yeah, 23. Where Sonic first encounters Eggman during the Metal Pirate Saga, and also Tails did give him this little speed recorder data thing to put on his wrist, track speed, see if it could find a cure, but unfortunately Sonic damages it, and I like how his way of making Eggman talk is, he threatens Eggman by saying, if you love your Metal Virus so much, why don't you have it, by threatening to infect him, with kind of a hilarious way, having his own virus go against him, and doing some of this is where we see Starling seeing that Eggman does not have a way has not come up with a way to fully control the virus. Well, at first he did, because he was able to control the small animals during his test. But yeah, eventually he grew too big and couldn't control it anymore. So, and of course Starling, we go through Eggman's history and discovers the history data of the Lost Hex, and seeing how the Deadly Six can control him, and he thought he was being smart, doing Eggman a favor, which can certainly see why, but of course it backfires. So I'll get back to that in a second, and because then the next issue goes on to who to Tangled Home, which I don't remember the name of the place though, and shows that she got infected, but somehow manages to hold back enough. And yeah, of course, Sonic and Espiel do have a point where they saying that similar to how Shadow was, where if they don't fit Eggman before when he was Mr. Tinker, none of this would have happened, but they realize that now's not the time, which, yeah, I can see why. Then Whisper kind of gets him out of it, just saying that, or something, but I don't remember it. And of course, the issue 25 shows up with a good old man Knuckles, which is what we're doing with, which, yeah, I do think it was cool to get to see him. Oh, and also it does reveal during that 24th issue that Gemmo sees that Sonic Speed is losing his ability to push back the virus. Which, I could see why, because like I don't know if it was just because of the amount of infections that Zombat Sonic's been attacking. Because the more he touches them, the faster his infection will spread. So I don't know if it's just that, or if it's just or if it's from how long he's been lasting out there himself. Perhaps it could also be a combination of both of those things. I mean, but I don't know. That's just me guessing. And of course, yes, Darwin brings in the Deadly Six, and he even has the conch that Sonic launched away at the end of Dusty Desert, where it said Eggman Shell is gone. When that's the only thing controlling the Deadly Six, which even though he blows into it, it somehow still backfires, because Eggman says the conch only works as long as your lungs last. And that issue does show that Starline isn't above Eggman and intelligence. And thought he was doing him a favor, but backfired tremendously. And Eggman, even though he can be a comedic mess of the time, most times, well, lately was, man. And he still knows what he's doing as a smart man. And like, there would be reason. Of course, he has his reasons on why he would not hire the Deadly Six. Especially since, Zavok kind of helped Eggman with since, there were a lot, I don't know, in Lost World, but my question is, was Zavok really there helping Eggman in Forces? Because, like, I know he was an illusion, but he was talking. Well, all the other illusions we see don't talk. Well, Chaos and Metal Sonic don't, but we don't see any of the illusions of Shadow talk. Which, that does have me think that, so, who knows, me think too, I don't know, it's just me thinking that Eggman did actually bring in the real Zavok to help him, and doing that, I don't know, that's just something little feeling I'm thinking now. And then, of course, Zavok does help Eggman and Team Sonic Racing, being on his team, which, of course, before, it wasn't until this year which I've actually started looking more into the comics, and before that, I would have thought that, after Lost World, Eggman and Zavok became buddies to stop Sonic, which kind of showed that throughout Forces, where, in the Team Sonic Racing, he was actually there and was on Eggman's team. Of course, that's just that, and, right, I always get confused by this part, right here. And then eventually, they escape to Angel Island, where everyone, Sonic and the team's at, and then the Eggman betrays Starline, where he even takes the Topaz with this little thing that Starline has with him to create portals. And I'm going. Hey, which kind of a cool thing, but and Eggman betrays Starline, which kind of come to expect that, because they betray Knuckles. Of course, Starline still admires Eggman and thinks he can succeed with his help. Which is covered more in the Bad Guys miniseries, which I haven't recently looked. What the heck? Okay, that was weird. It was like making a glitching noise sound, and he was just stuck in his crouch position. That was weird. but yeah, here we are in the last real zone on here for Knuckles' story, because all we're doing is just walking for a little bit for Hidden Palace first, and then Sky Sanctuaries, you know, where we fight Mecha Sonic. Now, what would have also been cool, something that actually could have also been cool is that they made it to where Mecha Sonic was the boss fight throughout the game, and the Egg Robo was setting traps. So that would have been kind of cool if that was the case. It would have been quite interesting. But, oh well. Now back to the Metal Virus. And one thing I kind of did skip over was that, yeah, Omega did kind of lose his body, but still has his head and was able to talk still. Yeah, it's interesting, but he does eventually get his body back. But, yeah, of course. Then, around that time the Babylon Rogues show up, which, yeah, it's cool that they made it. Babylon Rogues made it into the comics, because they don't really get much attention anymore. They only appear in the Riders games, which there's only 3 of them, and kind of the Mario and Sonic Olympic games. Well, we're starting things like, yeah, well, yeah, they weren't in the first one. Well, I know Jet was like a rival in the, rival in Winter Vancouver 2010. Yeah. Late, not sure about London 2012, but no, he was for Sochi 2014, and for pretty much all the what Rio and Tokyo, and Wave was also in Rio as well. But yeah, other than that, they just really haven't gotten much appearances. Like they could have easily still can still have them in those games that are outside of the Riders games, and like you don't need to just have them in the Riders games. But I don't know. That's just probably me. Yeah, the Babylon Rogues show up to actually help Sonic and Friends fight the Deadly Six, because they get hold of the Chaos Emeralds. Whereas Alex on Eggman's ship, so they split into teams of 5 to take down the Deadly Six all at once. And some of the fights are pretty cool. I gotta say, probably my favorite one out of all of them was the fight with Cream versus Xena, and Cream General versus Xena. It's actually a pretty cool fight with honestly, because I find it the coolest out of all of them. Early and then of course, and I said Zavok finds Angel Island and gets all Zombots to come towards them. This isn't is kind of, and also one side thing too about that is, they do show where Zomba fight big, but they don't show how for the main IDW comics. It was kind of like a side comic. Where shows Big going across the way to find Froggy and finds them, but however Froggy turns into a Zombot, and Big doesn't know it, and he gets turned into one too. So yeah, cool that Big's there, but yeah, I think he would notice something there, but yeah, a little ahead of the timeline. But Froggy does turn Eggman into a Zombot somehow, and when I first saw that, I was like, wow, that's Froggy's revenge from what Eggman did to him. Yeah, well, to be fair, Eggman didn't really do anything to him in Sonic Adventure. Well, it's what Froggy kind of did to himself that is what happened, but I can still kind of see it as a little revenge. And because like it's kind of Froggy the one who Chaos was the one who did stuff to Froggy because made Froggy grow a tail for a little bit and swallow the yellow Chaos Emerald. Oh, then. In the end, he's the one who puts himself inside Chaos to give back Chaos's missing tail. Human. Okay. Oh, but yeah. So, and yeah, of course, it's also at that point where Sonic's speed's no longer pushing back the virus, his own virus, and gotta say the final fight where Sonic versus with that final moment, right, where it looks like Sonic's about to turn it into a zombie. It's crazy, and see a pretty cool final moment where we turn Super alongside Silver and they save the world. Well, of course, Sonic gets warped along through the portal with the warp topaz. Not into the sun, because that's where they send the virus. Where he gets into the Soul Dimension and lost his memory. It's kind of a throwback. I think that's meant to be like a throwback to the Mr. Tinker thing. But, yeah. But he does eventually get his memory restored through Blaze using the Soul Emeralds. And yeah, it was cool. And yeah, of course, at the end, Eggman has his final boss fight with having Omega inside it, which I think is called the Egg Mech or something. I don't know. It's supposed to be an Egg Fun in there somewhere, but he gets back and takes it down, and Omega gets his body back. And it's kind of it for the Metal Virus for the most part here. And I spent pretty much all the Sonic and Knuckles part for and Sonic and Knuckles part of the game just talking about the Metal Virus, like going through parts of it, like, yeah. Overall, I think the Metal Virus was quite a cool saga. Good. And I have not really seen anything past that yet, but except for the Bad Guys miniseries. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. That's all I really have to say on the IDW comics. So, sorry if I spoiled it for you guys, but oh well. Well, but here we are for the final boss. Let's gotta take down Mecha Sonic here. I remember back in my original Let's Play of this, I was having trouble with this boss fight, but I eventually did figure it out and learned how to keep my rings from losing my rings here, but I say that as I only have one left, and I also noticed in the background here that the Angel Island slowly is falling as it's tilting from side to side here, but yeah, anyway, we're gonna do this fight now, and I think I used to save state in between doing each hit here, which darn it. I'm gonna grab that ring, and we got it. It's here, so yeah. Talked about the IDW comics here for the Metal Virus, and it's like was a pretty cool saga here. Probably my favorite saga throughout the IDW comics so far. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, the comic, the saga, it's not perfect. Characterization could be a little better, especially for Shadow. A little bit. Other than that, that's kind of like a few complaints with it. Probably one or two more are missing, but complaints are missing, but oh well. Well, so so now we're just doing the final fight against Mecha Sonic again. As you can see, I've now figured out this a little better to where I don't even need to save state in between. And even if I could do that, I wouldn't be able to. Because There's no way for me to really do that. Oh, crud. There goes my rings. Well, I wish I could just grab those, but no. It doesn't matter anyway because we did it. And then cleared the boss fight. And then for Knuckles Astoria, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And yeah, Sonic still saves us. Let's then head back to Angel Island and it flies up higher in the sky. And one thing that's actually interesting about this is that when the credits are over, it actually shows the cutscene for after Eggman's defeated, where he's just on that little inflatable raft thing, and his ship is it's kind of destroyed, and that little flicky pops it. It's interesting thing, even though doesn't really take place after this because Knuckles' story takes place after that. Oh wow. And now we just have Angel Island going higher up in the sky, which isn't actually canon if this actually does go up higher in the sky or not. No, because I don't think it is the case with every game past this. I think it just stays at the same place it was at before. Plus, like, think about it. like compared to like that what I mentioned before, like the Angel Island fight. Like, one thing I did not mention was that Zalhog goes like all big, like Phil Bowser size. Right, and if he was that big now, with Angel Island going higher up in the sky, close to space, he would be like way big. So that has to prove that the island doesn't go that high up in the sky anymore. Or one thing that it could also be that when Knuckles' story starts an adventure, the island's still high up in the sky, but without the Master Emerald's power, it still falls into the ocean, and then when it rises back up, it doesn't go all the way up to where it's going now. It goes where it was before this. It started going up now. So maybe that's the answer to where I figured it out. That's just my guess now. Oh, but oh well. Yeah, that's only just now a theory I'm thinking just thought of, but oh well. Oh, but yeah, we did it. Beat Knuckles the story. We're here and pretty much played all of Sonic Origins here for the most part, but I am gonna have some bonus videos going on, showing some the extra content, even some of the secrets the game has, as in, yeah, it's at the top of the sky, almost in space. Yeah, so that's pretty much it here. And I didn't give my thoughts on the game quite yet because there were more credits that coming up. That not like the second, but credits that are for Sonic Origins itself. So I'm gonna go to that next, and then I'll give my thoughts on once those credits play. And yeah, same cutscene as before, you know. But yeah, still kind of nice seeing this again here. Yeah, it just pops it into. So now I think head to the actual credits here with, I think it's in the options. Yeah, here it is. Actual credits for Sonic Origins. Yeah, so I guess I'll just play out and give my thoughts on Sonic Origins here. overall, this collection of game, I do think this is a pretty good, solid collection overall. Could be a little better. Could have some more games in it. And especially since it had, on the main menu, it has the Sonic 3D Blast Island and the Sonic Spinball Islands, but, oh well. Well, I'm okay with that, honestly. Even. Oh, I do think this is still a pretty solid collection. It may not be polished, it does have some bugs here and there, but at least it's not as bad as Sonic Colors Ultimates were. But I do think this is a pretty solid collection overall. It's a good way to play these games when no one hasn't played them yet, especially since Sonic 3 and Knuckles has Sonic 3 and Knuckles in it, which hasn't been released in so long. Sure, it does not have the original music, but it is what it is. It is, I guess. I'm okay with it. It's not the superior way to play Sonic 3, though. The superior way to play Sonic 3 is Sonic 3 Air. Or also more better, which is like a PC version of that game. There are also versions that were Sonic 1 and 2, but I don't remember what they're actually called for the second part of them all, but oh well. Yeah, overall, I do think this collection is still worth getting, especially if you don't have any of these games. I mean, I already have these games, which I didn't really need to get this since I already had the games, but I still wanted to get the collection, and even still, because I did not get a chance to try Hidden Palace Zone in Sonic 2 or Knuckles in Sonic 1. So, that was my reasons for picking this up. And, well, do you think this was would recommend getting this collection if you haven't played these games yet? Or if you have to play these and just want to get them, and then you can. And who knows if there will be a physical release for this, because this was only a digital-only game. But Sega did say they are aware of that, so who knows? Maybe they will at some point. Anyway, well, I do think this collection was pretty good. Good. It'd be nice to play these classic games again on modern consoles. Or and PC as well. Even though they've been put on PC before. As I said before, I do have some bonus videos showing some of the extra content off. And if you don't decide to stick around those and go on to my next Let's Play, and that will be Super Mario Sunshine, in which, quite looking forward to playing that again. And then it will be 100% Let's Play. Okay, so that's all that will be. For the most part here. And what was that up there? I don't know. We'll find out about that. So we'll find out about that in the first bonus video. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for what I have to say for this game. Did I have a great time with it? But I do think people are being a little bit negative on this game because of the issues. But I get their frustration, but shouldn't know why. But I don't really let any of the glitches get in my way of the gameplay, for the most part. Aside from that one, that crushing and freeing Knuckles. But the reason why is because I like to look at these games from more of a positive point of view. Here, but yeah, that's just one last thing I wanted to say about that. So that's pretty much it here. So that'll be it. So I'll see you all next time for Super Mario Sunshine, or for the bonus videos of Sonic Origins, which the bonus videos will come first, but so unless you decide not to see those, but yeah, if you don't want to see those, then Mario Sunshine will be next, so I'll see you all next time.